Does your life feel chaotic right now? Like you're standing on shaky ground, like everything is up in the air and you don't know which way to go. This is the thing, the last year has been showing us what to let go of, what no longer serves us. And this is scary, but you're not actually in chaos. You're in transition. You're in a transformation stage. So trust the process, because what you're letting go of is making room for what's coming. My name is Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialize in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is it. This is the chaotic energy. I kept seeing this word chaos, chaos, chaos. And I was like, my life's not in chaos. But like effectively our whole, like everyone collectively, we're going through some kind of chaotic energy. Like 2025 and up until now, and this will continue till the year of the snake ends. It's been chaotic. Like, you know, this last year has been transformative. Like this is it, the year of the snake, the shedding of the skin, but it's also transformative. So we've been letting go of the past while stepping into our future. Do you know what I mean? So we have succeeded. And I think that's the most beautiful energy of this year. You know, it's been a tough fucking year. It's really been up in the air. It's really been all over the place. But all of the moments in between have been successful. We've moved forward. We've stepped forward. Like a lot of, you know, on the awakening journey or on the self-discovery journey, we've gone through the dark nights of the soul. And there was that period of time where it was literally like, no steps forward and 10 steps back, no steps forward and 10 steps back. It was literally like we could not get out of that darkness. But we had to stay there to transition and to grow through that energy, you know, release our trauma. But this last year was one of the most fucked up yet transformative years we've had, because it was actually 10 steps forward, 2 steps back. 10 steps, you know, instead of 2 steps forward, 10 steps back or whatever. It was literally, we were going forward at an accelerated pace, but we have to take a step back every so often to go through the energy of shedding. And that's what it's been feeling like. It's chaotic energy. But it's literally like your foundation has crumbled, because you're not supposed to stand on that foundation anymore. And this is it. Like, you know, we might think everything is gone. Like everything. We had to walk away from people, situations, dynamics, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, but a part of us is still on the shaky ground going, I want to fucking stay here because I know what it feels like. It's comfortable. It's familiar. You know what I mean? We're afraid to actually get off the shaky ground. And this is the thing, like, you know, I think for me anyway, and what I only kind of realized this last night, is I was on this timeline, this energy. I was going towards my goals, right? And this is it. But my goals were, I was visualizing my goals on my old foundation, if you get me. So I was I was envisioning that some of my past would come with me, in a sense, some certain things, and that I would build on this ground. And now I'm realizing the ground doesn't work anymore, that it is crumbling, that it is going. And that's, I think that's really scary for us, because, like, you know, we're in this energy of, it's the fear of the unknown. You know, like, what I realized last night was all my dreams that I wanted on this timeline, on this path, on this shaky ground energy, this old foundation, they're still the dreams I'm going to manifest, but they're just going to end up on a different foundation. So they're going to be the same dreams and goals and aspirations, but they're just going to look a little bit different. And I've been told this by guides so many times over the last few years on my awakening journey. You know, you're going to get what you want. It's just not going to look like what you thought it would. And I'm like, yeah, but it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this, and that's the way it's going to look. But if we're trying to manifest into something that can't exist, because like those goals and dreams do exist, but we're imagining them on an unstable foundation. We're imagining them connected to our past. And I think that's the download I kind of got last night was, you know, you're in this energy of, I'm manifesting this way, and why isn't it not working? Why isn't it not working? It's because I'm blocking myself. I'm still holding on to segments of my past to try and connect my past to my future effectively, when I'm actually realizing I have to lift all these goals and dreams and just put them over here onto a solid foundation. The foundation is starting to be built already. You know, it's being created for me, but I need to be able to say, this timeline or this energy is not for me anymore. And I you know, like I'm very good at letting go and releasing things that no longer serve me, but I always get, I always get nudges and I always get reminded, okay, I'll be like, you need to do this, you need to do this. And I'm like, no, it's fine. We'll stay here. We'll stay with these friends. We'll stay with this person, or we'll stay in this situation because, it's comfortable. It's familiar. And so, like, it does take me a while to finally actually, cut the cords or move on. But I'll constantly be aware of it. Whereas the thing that I was unaware of last night, this foundation, we'll call it, I was like holding on to this, and there was tiny little nudges coming in saying, it's going to look different. You're going to do it differently. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm going to stay in this little bubble. And this was effectively it. It was like I wanted all of my dreams and goals and aspirations and everything to work out, but I wanted to stay in my little box. I wanted to stay in my comfort zone as well. This doesn't work. It's contradicting energy. Like, you're literally stretching yourself from both sides. You're like, I want to jump into this magical new beginning. I want to jump into this adventure, but I want to stay here under the blanket. That's effectively what I was saying. I want to have my adventure here on the couch under my blanket. It doesn't work that way. It's literally like you have to propel yourself forward out from under the blanket. And, like, don't get me wrong, this other side is beautiful. It's amazing. It's everything I ever dreamed of and more because it's not attached to my past. Do you get me? Like, as I said, all the dreams are there, but it's on a shinier surface. Effectively, it's on a solid foundation. So this is what I had to kind of, I suppose, come to terms with last night, because I really had this kind of little bit of an existential crisis last night. It was like, oh my God, the ground is shaking from under me. Thankfully, it's not actually shaking. It's just metaphorically shaken. Because, as I said, our lives are moving forward. Everything is actually going to plan. But we're being shown what we have to let go of. We're being shown this is not your comfort zone anymore. And, I realized this after a hypnosis my friend did on me last week. And it made me realize afterwards, it was this energy of you're being kicked out of your comfort zone. You're being kicked out. And you see, this is the thing with me. Like, it was like, I want to bring things into my life. I want, I will be bringing things into my life, but I was stuck in this energy of, I don't want to let people in. I want to stay in my comfort zone. I want to stay in my independence. I'm in this hyper independent energy and I have to do it all on my own and all of this stuff. So I was literally blocking my future because that's closed heart energy. Being in that hyper independence, that's closed heart energy. Not asking for help is closed heart energy. So I was in the energy of, I'm manifesting the things that I desire, but I'm afraid to leave my past. I'm afraid to leave my comfort zone. I'm afraid to leave. And it is hard, especially on this journey, because we've gone into hermit mode, we've gone into isolation, and we've gone into this hyper-independent energy. And for me especially, like, I'd had a couple of traumatic relationships that I stayed single for a very long time. And it's just like, it's scary to let people in. And that's not just like my twin flame, it's my friendships as well. It's literally like, I want to stay here safe and no one can hurt me. But if you're in that energy, you're literally blocking yourself from all your manifestations, not just connection. So I needed to literally reevaluate everything, and say to myself, what do I desire more? I desire to have connection in my life more than I desire to be stuck on my own, effectively. And what I was like, I had to realize we can find that balance. We can still hold on to our core values, that independent energy, without actually disconnecting from the world. We can still hold on to those dreams and desires, but just change the timeline, change the frequency, change the foundation. You know what I mean? So, like, it is effectively showing us that what we're letting go of, it served its time, and we have to stop being afraid of what we're dreaming of. This is it, like, we're literally manifesting everything we've ever fucking wanted, but we're still kind of going, but it's comfortable here, let's stay under the fucking blanket. Let's just stay under the blanket and let's just bring all the dreams onto my lap and we stay in this hole forever. It's effectively it, like, and it's just like, you cannot dream big without taking a leap of faith. You cannot dream big without building a solid foundation or creating something different. Do you know what I mean? And as I said, everything we ever wanted, that is coming. We just have to get off the old ship. And I said this before, and you know what, you're probably sick of me saying it. There's two boats here. One boat is your old energy, your old life. One boat is the new energy and your new life, everything you've manifested. And you're looking and you're like, yes, I'm ready. And then you stand one foot on the new boat, one foot on the old boat, and they're stretching now. You're literally in this energy of, am I going to release my foot from the old energy, or am I going to stay stuck on it? Am I going to go back to the old boat, or am I going to move forward into the new boat? That new boat is shiny. It's so fucking shiny. There's holes in the old boat. It's going to fucking sink. Do you know what I mean? And that's the chaotic energy we're in right now. And as I said, like, you know, if you're doing the inner work, if you're listening to those nudges, if you're listening to that guidance, your life is, you're still on solid foundation. You're still on a comfortable foundation. This is it. You're still on a comfortable foundation, but you have to be willing to jump off that foundation, to embrace and receive the things that are coming to you. Because if you're still stuck in your comfort zone or still latching onto things that are out of alignment, then you're going to be blocking your heart. And that's what I'm trying. So like my heart wound is the biggest thing I've been trying to unblock and open my heart. And I only really realised last week how closed I still was, how fearful I was of letting people in and letting stuff in. Do you know, your heart is closed, you can't let anything in. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm learning how to open more and to receive the next thing. And then that's when it happened last night. I was in this chaotic energy. My mind was all over the place. I was like, oh my God, it's not going to look like I wanted it to look like, but it's going to look better. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, and I'm going to be saying goodbye to a big part of my past, an old version of me, not just people, but energies, do you know? And it's scary. It really is scary, but do you know what I mean? You can't really build shiny you can't build that shiny magic on that crumbling foundation. Because if you try, it's going to go to shit. Like, you're all going to go, you know, it's all going to sink into the sea, effectively. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you literally have to be ready to take everything you ever wanted and to jump onto the solid ground. And that's all you have to do. It's difficult. It's hard. And you're saying goodbye to something major, something that was a big part of your life. But it's going to be worth it. You know what I mean? There is so much magic to be found outside of the chaos. So these last few weeks of January and into February. So the year of the snake ends on the 16th of February, and we go into the year of the horse on the 17th. So I believe, like, you know, these next few weeks we're being shown what to let go of, but we're being shown where to rest. Like, ever since January happened, I'm literally been guided to slow down even more. You know, I was having a balanced energy. I was literally trying to, you know, doing things at a one step at a time pace. But January has been teaching me, slow the fuck down completely. Do you know what I mean? You're tired right now. There's so much energy going on with these solar storms as well. Just rest in between, because we're literally going to be jumping off that old boat really fucking quickly. We're going to be letting go of everything that no longer served us, as we have been doing for this last year and before that. And we're going to be manifesting in everything. I got everything you've ever wanted. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got this energy for so long. So you want this, and this. And you're like, you know, you're thinking, I get this first, and this will happen then, this will happen then, this will happen then. You know, it's all spaced apart. No, we've been doing all the hard work for so long that the universe is just going to slap you with everything in the face and go, now you're getting everything you want, you know, all at one go. So you're literally going to transform from old you into new you overnight after this transition phase. So be prepared. Take this time now to take that rest, to rejuvenate and to reset, and to start, like, visualizing your new solid ground and start to be more open to it looking a little bit different than you expected. You're still going to get everything you want. It's just going to look different and it's going to be better. And you just have to jump off that old boat and onto a new one. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you would like help in your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. Nothing more than to help you on your path. Also, I have another channel called Aligning with Angie, where I share a guided meditation every week. The information for that is in the description box.